Hi, I'm Devon Duerr. I'm an angel intuitive and spiritual teacher with some angel messages for you. When I connect with the angels, I always ask for these messages to reach you when it's in your highest interest. So whether you're hearing these messages on the day I'm recording them or at some point in the future, there may be some guidance here for you. I always say a prayer of protection, asking that I only connect with God's highest vibrational beings and the messages be for the highest good of those who come across it. Angels will not tell you what to do. They never want us to give our power away. So because this is a group message, if something doesn't resonate, leave it behind. It may be for someone else. However, if something does resonate with you, I encourage you to write it down in your book of evidence. You're going to hear me say that a lot. If you've been following me, you know what I mean. I find hindsight is often the most powerful tool for building trust in your connection with the angels. So if something resonates, and writing it down and going back and reviewing it later can really help you. You may want to go check out previous angel messages I have posted and see how they may align with what was going on for you at the time to get that hindsight, or they just might have some current messages for you. Let's get started. You're probably going to see me looking over at my notes. I do like to connect with the angels before I come on here to record. It helps me really get more in the energy. But often as I get some messages beforehand and I connect with you on here, more comes in as I'm connecting. So it just keeps the flow going, and it's a great way to get started. And so when you are listening to these messages, think about these three areas of your life: your career and finance, your romance and your relationships, and your health and fitness. And I like to tell you that whatever comes to mind first when you hear a message, that's likely what the message is for. But try not to spend so much time interpreting it that you miss the message or miss other messages. The very first thing they wanted us to know is that you really do have the power to make some changes happen for you. You need to know this. You need to hear this right now. I am getting that for some of you, this is about making some type of change in your location. This could be an actual physical move of your home, but for a lot of you, I'm getting some vacations you're wanting to plan. And for some of you, I'm getting some trips you're wanting to take for maybe a spiritual retreat or connecting with other people in your tribe, whoever you love, working on spiritual things with. So they want you to know that the best thing you can do for yourself right now with these things is to get down to business and start doing your homework and finding out how you can make this happen. Research what kind of budget you would need. Research where you would stay. Do the work to help you begin visualizing this trip happening for you, because you really do have this power within you to do this. And when I get to the end of these messages, I will be asking for intentions on how we can apply these. So I'm sure they'll have more for us about that right now when we get there, and one of the things that's going to really help you with this, and whether it's you're thinking about your health and fitness or your finances or romance and relationships, is to make sure you're really clearing your space of lower energies and that you're taking a look around at where you're getting your advice from. There could be some places that you're receiving advice that it'd be a good idea to get a second opinion. I am getting that for some of us. This could be health practitioners. Maybe you've recently heard some news about the food you're eating and how they need to change. You know, we see these YouTube videos pop up all the time about don't eat these foods or don't do these things. And it's like, I mean, is that really meant for everybody? I personally find that every human being is different. Every body is different. Every animal's body is different. So you really have to check in with your own tuition and see maybe who's the right person to connect with on advice for that. So if you did recently take up a new diet plan, this could be a message for you to also check in with your doctor to make sure this really is the best thing for you. So second opinion was something I was hearing a lot when it's coming to health, but it is also talking about maybe some teachers you have in mind. It might be time to look to other instructors to get information. Maybe you've passed the grade, so to speak, and you're ready to move on, or maybe you're just not resonating with that teacher. That's one thing a mentor told me many years ago, is that not every teacher is meant for everybody. And so if a teacher isn't resonating with you, that doesn't mean that they're wrong or their ideas are wrong or that there's something wrong with you. It just means that it's not meant to be your teacher. And my mentor said that, if something's not resonating with you, leave it behind. And it has served me so well. The other thing they're wanting us to make sure we're doing in our environment is looking around where we really have connection with the earth, where we're clearing away things that are not in our highest interest, whether it's different foods and vegetables we're eating, whether it's different things we're breathing in our environment. Maybe it's time to get the vacuum out and do some deeper cleaning. If you follow astrology, you know we're getting close to that period of time where Mercury goes retrograde, and this is where I do a lot of reorganizing, a lot of things with RE. But since the sun's already in Virgo, we're already feeling that energy to purge and clean and get everything going. So just make sure you're not doing it too quickly, but that could be a really good thing, is to maybe go into your refrigerator and look at some foods that really don't need to be in there. That's not the best thing for us. Or the same things with other things in your environment, in your medicine cabinet, in your beauty cabinet. What are some things that really aren't natural and serving you in the highest vibrational way? And, this isn't meant to be any kind of advice on how you do that, but you could consult your doctor on things that might be affecting your skin or affecting the way you're feeling. So I think that's why that big message was there around your whole environment. And since, like I said, this sun in Virgo is about, it's that earth energy, your day-to-day reality, the things physically in front of you, that is a big, strong message there. A lot of us have been having a lot of fun recently, especially over the last month or so, when it comes to indulging, maybe not working as hard, maybe taking some vacations with family or friends or loved ones. And that is so wonderful that we've all been doing that. And that lovely, amazing honeymoon type energy that we created doing those things, we can bring with us into the future, and we're being encouraged to do that. So whatever it is that made you feel really joyful and romantic and happy, and this doesn't have to be romance with a romantic partner, just a romance for life, right? Whatever it is that you've recently experienced over the last month or so, they're asking you to find ways to bring this into your day-to-day life. Stop and smell the roses. That's one you'll hear me say a lot. But thinking about ways right in front of you that you can make things feel better. Maybe it's watching a movie you love, or reading a book that makes you feel that way, or spending time out in the garden with your animals. So make sure you're bringing that into your daily life, because what we're being asked to do is to consistently and constantly remind ourselves that we are lovable, that we deserve love in our life, that we deserve to go for these projects we really want in our life. We deserve to go for these partnerships we really want in our life, new collaborations, new places we want to go. Even if it's something where you're retired, there's still a lot of things that you probably want to do, and you deserve those things. We're not being asked to look back on mistakes we've made in the past. We're being asked to trust that we deserve a happy, loving, romantic life. So now, what do they want us to do right now to apply all these messages? Because that was a lot. I want you to know that the angels are always encouraging us and giving us guidance, and they do want us to take action. They do want us to take action. They want us to go for it. And that will mean planning things out, doing the research. So it doesn't mean that we have the idea to take that tropical vacation we've always wanted to, and we go straight to our computer and book our ticket. It means we go and we consult people. We talk to people who have been there. We read things online, and we start to picture, okay, where would I want to stay? We go do the homework, and we make a good, solid plan, thinking about travel, thinking about backup plans, and really consulting your intuition on when is the right time to do this. Maybe that you thought you were going to go in the springtime somewhere, and you're being guided to push it towards next summer. Whatever that is for you, depending on where you are in the world. Think about all the things you can do to dot the I's and cross the T's. It's a big time for this in the season in Virgo, and also with Mercury in its shadow right now, getting ready to station retrograde. We do want to be looking for those details and making a plan, and a plan B, and a plan C, and a plan D. And we don't need to get neurotic about it, but think about the different options that are available to you. If you are planning to fly somewhere and there's a flight that connects, and what would you do if you missed the connection for some reason? Would you get a rental car? Would you stay at a hotel for a couple days until you got the next flight? So just have those things in mind. Ask the angels for loud and clear signs, because that thing about travel was here so big right now. I guess somebody's really needing to hear that. But for some of For some of us, this has to do with traveling more towards our creative projects and being willing to collaborate. So that could mean hopping on more Zoom calls with people you can collaborate with. That could mean going out in your community and joining groups of like-minded people and helping you get ideas. So we are being asked to really focus on that and notice where things aren't working for us, things that we thought were such a great idea maybe 6 months, a year ago, and now they're starting to seem like a burden. It could be it's time for us to take a different approach to that. And a big message coming through was to accept that we are not behind if that's the case. So some of us are going to be letting go of some creative projects, or we're going to find creative projects have come to a halt. Maybe the team we were working for has dispersed, or people have come through and said we don't have the funding we thought we did. Whatever that is, we're asking to go into a place of acceptance that this is bringing us to a better place ultimately. We may feel like we're at a standstill. We really wanted to go these big places. That's why I think travel was coming up. Maybe you want to take your project to the next level. That's still travel, right? So going into a place of acceptance could be really helpful. At the time I'm recording this video, we do have a new moon coming up, and I always encourage you to sit down and journal your intentions around that. And then notice the things that you're not wanting to put intentions behind, because that might be where we release when the next full moon comes around. I like to tell people that if you don't know much about astrology, that's okay. We have these huge reminders in the sky for us, and the moon is our big reminder on a full moon to release the things we no longer want, and on a new moon to say, okay, what do I want? And I believe it was 2 videos ago with some angel messages, I was given the image by the angels about cleaning out your closet and how the ideal situation is to go in and clean everything out, get rid of what you don't need, then take inventory, do some research. What do I need? Oh, I'm really low on socks. I need to go get some more socks. And oh, now that I'm thinking about socks, I could use a new pair of sneakers, and make an inventory. And then you go out shopping and you do that new moon intention where you're manifesting the things you want so that you don't accidentally buy a whole bunch of, I don't know, underwear when really what you needed was socks. So that's where I was going with that, is that image of, accept where we are right now and trust that if anything comes to a standstill, this is our chance to clear. Like I said earlier, I was born with my natal Mercury retrograde, so it's usually a very productive time for me, but I do try not to start brand new things during it. Instead, I try to look at what I've already created and I reorganize it, I revamp it, I rewrite it, and it's a good energy, right? You're very supported with that energy there. So I'm encouraging you to do that. And, I love connecting with you all in these ways. I know I try to post a video every week if I can. It really kind of depends on what other projects I have going on and what's going on for me. And of course, if I'm being tapped on the shoulder by the angels to do that. But that wraps up the angel messages for this video. Before I go, if you enjoyed this video, I would like to ask you to please subscribe to my channel, like and share these messages. It really helps my channel to grow. And if any of these messages resonated with you, please let me know in the comments. I love hearing from you. And if you have any questions for me, I can try to address them in my next videos. Or of course, you're welcome to join my Facebook group, my private group, Coffee with Devon. Also, I'm very excited to announce that either tomorrow or within the next few days of me recording this video, I have a free 5-day challenge available for you to help you learn how to connect with the angels on your own, develop your intuition, and trust this connection with your angels. Once it is up and available, I will post the link in the comments below, so make sure you're checking back in to see it, or you can just make sure you're signed up for my free newsletter at devonduerr.com. The link for that is below as well, where I will be notifying you when this 5-day challenge is available. And I'd love to hear how it works for you. I'm hoping to make this an ongoing thing to really help everybody develop their intuition. Of course, create their book of evidence for those of you who are interested in learning how to do that. I did create and release my own custom journal last March. That's available on my website as well, but you can also do it with your own journal. So the way I created it, I wanted it to be a really nice sacred space for you that a lot of the work was already done for you and you're just entering it, because a lot of people feel like journaling is like Dear Diary and complaining, and that's not what I'm teaching you here to do. I'm teaching you how to track your intuition in an organized method. And I also talk about this a lot in my free monthly online coffees. This is a free monthly event held the second Wednesday of the month where other angel enthusiasts and people on the same path as us, we gather for a roundtable discussion. We have people who are total newbies all the way to masters who have been doing this most of their life. And I would like to invite you to join me and all of these amazing members. It's free. And again, all you have to do is make sure you're signed up for that newsletter because I send out a Zoom link and you will get access to that through the newsletter. But anyways, if you have any questions or would like to connect with me between these, like I said, I have my private Facebook group, Coffee with Devon. Join me there. I'll have the link in the comments for that below. And I'm so honored you are here and part of the tribe of people who are here to help with raising the vibration of the planet. My goal is to teach others to connect with the angels through the writing experiences and tracking their intuition in what I call your book of evidence. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, take care and remember to take time to connect with the angels every day. Bye.